Hello, today we're going to talk about lesson 53. Now, we've been having some issues with this lesson, trying to get it to record right, so I'm hoping that this time it records the way I want it to. Today's topic is ratio word problems. And of course, there's always a vocabulary. Our vocabulary today is proportions. And a proportion is a statement that says two ratios are equal. We can use ratios and proportions to solve word problems. In fact, they're a great way to do that. Here's an example of a problem that we might use ratios and proportions to solve. If the girl to boys ratio is 9:7 and 63 girls attended the dance, how many boys attended? Now you'll notice when you look at this that there is no total number given. So we can't just subtract and figure out the number that we're missing. So we would have to use ratios to set up a proportion to solve for the missing number, which is of course the number of boys who attended. The ratio looks like this: 9 girls to 7 boys, okay, equals 63 girls, which we know, to X boys. X meaning we don't know how many boys. So we have to cross multiply to answer this question. Note that the girls are both on the top parts, the numerator of this ratio, and the boys are on the bottom part, the denominator of the ratio, the bottom part. You can't flip these. You can't have girls, boys here, and then boys, girls here. That doesn't work. You'll get a wrong answer. So if we cross multiply, you get 9 times x, which is here, equals 7 times 63, which is over here. When you multiply, you get 9x equals 441. And then since you want to get x by itself, you're going to divide both sides by 9. Okay? And when you do that, you get 49 boys. So to answer the question, if there are 63 girls at the dance, then there are 49 boys. Now this isn't all that difficult. Setting up ratios to solve word problems is really quite easy. Let's do another one and see if we can figure it out. Okay? Alright. The ratio of sparrows to blue jays at the bird sanctuary was 5:3. If there are 15 blue jays in the sanctuary, how many sparrows are there? This is another example of a problem that can be easily solved by setting up a proportion ratio. So that's what we'll do. 5:3 is the ratio of sparrows to blue jays. Good idea probably to write the word sparrows, write the word blue jays, even though it's not a part of the numbers. It just helps you to make sure that you put sparrows on the top over here, because that's the missing amount, and blue jays on the bottom over here. Blue jays, sparrows, sparrows. Then you're going to cross multiply to solve. 5 times 15 equals 3 times x. 75 equals 3x, and then you're going to divide both sides by 3 because you want to get x by itself. When you divide 75 by 3, you get 25. Therefore, the answer to the question is, how many sparrows are there? There are 25 sparrows. Okay, the last one we're going to go over is really a pretty common one, and this method of tagging fish and counting fish is used quite often at fisheries. It's used at any kind of a zoo or lake, or any place that they want to keep track of the number of animals of certain species, or length, or size, or age. So this is pretty common. The ratio of tagged fish to untagged fish was 2:9. If the biologist collects fish in a big net, and he finds that 90 of the fish that he collected are tagged, then using the ratio of 2:9, how many would be untagged? Okay, so again, you set up your ratio. 2 tagged to 9 untagged is 90 tagged to x untagged, x being what you want to know. Cross multiply, 2x equals 90 times 9. 2 times x equals 90 times 9. 2 times x equals 810. Divide both sides by 2 because you want to get x by itself. And you find that x is equal to 405 untagged fish. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that this one's recorded okay so that you can hear it. Thanks, and have a great day.